What's up, reefers? Welcome to Alex Pora Corals. Who wants more reefing out there? That's right, I got you reefing. This is my video log series where I'm giving you the daily details where you can learn from my mistakes, seeing the good, the bad, and a whole bunch of the ugly. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so here's my displayed aquarium. We still got the Dinoflagellates absolutely everywhere. And assuming they're dinoflagellates, dinos, I'm just calling it brown slime because it certainly seems like I have just absolutely gone crazy in here. One thing I can say is that it's not alone. I have diatoms going crazy on the glass. Not as much as died down lately, but certainly have, in addition, certainly have green slime, brown slime, green, brown slime, all going crazy at the same time. So just one huge algae bloom, and like I said, it's just believed it's from overfeeding, and that it's dissolved organics just gone wild, possibly nitrite, possibly ammonia. Two things that I'm not testing for, so I don't know if there might be some spice in there. Regardless, it's just from too much dissolved organics, and I am confident that it will burn itself out all on its own. Based on my experience in the past and with my other reef aquariums, I have seen similar type situations, and so always gone away on its own. And one interesting thing is that excuse me. So checking out the Algae Scrubber area here. So this is where it originally started out, like I was saying in my last video. And here it's interesting to note, as before, absolutely nothing down here. I mean, you would think that the way it is upstairs and the way that it's just all flowing down into my filter media right there, just overflowing. I'm going to clean that out in a second. But yeah, I didn't even have that there, but I put that there when I started getting a bunch of the algae. I just had it going straight with nothing on it. But the point is you would think that there would be a whole bunch down here. And when it started down here, though, there was a whole bunch down here, and then on top there was nothing. So that was weird. It was like everything's down here, and so everything burned out down here, gone and dead, and yet upstairs it is all taken off. So I believe just gotta be patient. Other options would be to, put on a UV sterilizer on the system, and certainly not something that I've done in the past, or that I think I would, I would like doing. Just that at expense, the trouble of doing it, and I don't believe that it's necessary in the long run to have a successful reef aquarium experience. However, another option, would be to take a sample of what it is actually playing in the aquarium, and then have it identified, and then supposedly follow, the right course of action, based on what that dinoflagellate, what the actual pest is. However, I believe that it's just kind of a larger symptom of just the higher dissolved organics in the aquarium itself, and that it's just exploding off of this excess organics, and that so kind of regardless of what it is, it'll burn itself out given enough time. But meanwhile, though, certainly burning up the corals. Elegant's closed, everything's closed up, everything is definitely burned up a little bit. But I've had this similar, plagues, even in this aquarium itself, so it's always had a whole bunch of browns and a whole bunch of, it's gone through different phases of the uglies of browns and greens and everything else. So definitely know that, right, Yellow Tang, it's going to burn itself out, right? And the Yellow Tang, he's completely, like, in here, look at this, he's trying to get the slime off, trying to get the, he's eating his algae anyway, he's hacking it off where he can, he's swimming through, knocking off huge strands of this web nonsense, streaming up crazy. I can't even hardly clean that off. I try to hit it off, it's like it seems like it makes it worse. Covering up my clams right here, like, man, look at this guy right here, he's just like hanging on. He's got slime all over him, completely covering the top of him, and he's still just like opened up as nothing. So I think the clam's totally fine. And the same thing with the Porites right there, hanging on underneath there. I brushed them off a little bit with the toothbrush yesterday, you know, but not too much at Bill. But I have, you know, I think he'll pull through just fine. Same thing with most of my other corals here. There might be some casualties, however, so don't quote me on that one. But let's check it out. It's all crazy right here, hitting the flow. Look at this algae right here. So, it's almost, you know, I'm going to be surprised if this stuff is going to be hitting the top of the aquarium soon. It's just, but it's certainly just bubbling out from the bottom straight up and then going into my filter. So, you know, other options are to, you know, I've heard of doing your, what is it, a 2-day blackout, I believe, to help knock them back at least. You know, I'm not a fan of that, particularly, you know, I know that they say the corals do survive it, of course, just barely, you know, it really stresses them out, which is going to survive the better the coral or the dinoflagellates based on light starvation. So that's just another one of those extreme measures that I am definitely not a fan of, and I know it'll just burn itself out on its own. Right, Yellow Tank? That's what I think. That's what we're going with, dude. So check back to see what happens with the situation right here. But meanwhile, though, Goniopora is going downhill. Heliophengia closed up, all in the back glass. And so yeah, it's all over the. It's just like, it's like a mat is probably like an inch thick worth of mat of algae, diatom, dino, slime. There it is, guys. Pretty ugly, but that's Reef Aquarium for you. That's what it's really like to do Reef Aquarium. So let's check out the 20-gallon coral quarantine system. And this one I just went through the same thing, of course, and it is you know, with the chemicline, and just as a little a couple weeks of that, it completely went away, just like from one day to the next. And everybody's now happy in here. Even the fuzzy mushrooms are coming back to their former glory. Everybody else looking really good in here. What do we got? Jason Fox, Project X. That's right, here it is, folks. You saw it here first. Project X, green stylophora, one of my favorites. Well, it's got a nice, I think sometimes it might be called cat's paw. I'm not sure if those are the same or different. I think they're the same. There's like a little bit wider base to them, wider fingers to them, like that. So certainly looking forward to that guy doing well. And check this one out really quick. Everything else seems to be doing well in here. Christmas tree worm rock, looking crazy. See the Porites on this one? I thought the Porites on this one was completely dead. And it does have some, like, you can see those white splotches here and there. That's a little bit of dye off there, but it's a really small amount compared to what I was thinking. So it definitely has good polyp extension right now, good color, and has good coralline algae coming around on the back of it there. So it really looks good suddenly. And everybody else is looking good. Got the stylophora and key lime pie. Really good polyp extension on them. And what do we got here? The shortcake right there. It's looking okay. And this is the Oregon tort right there. It's good color and good polyp extension. However, the other side of it is completely dead. You can see a couple white spatches right here, completely bleached out on the other side of them. So I would be surprised if it made it. So it would be nice if you can make it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it just died from there. If not, I'll have to try another one and get another frag someday. But keep an eye on that one. The back over there, that one's the Miyagi tort. got the polyp extension. And this one, I think that one is the Red Fuego. And yellow tip. Then we got the Frankenberry right there. Then the bonsai in the back with the green polyp extension, doing good. And so, and got this firecracker right here, table, looking good, good color suddenly, and so moved them right here towards the middle. So fingers crossed with that one. And a quick shot of everybody else over here. We got this pearlberry alive, but not much color on them. Got Bennett's yellow tort right here, starting to come back hopefully. Walt Disney, and the Homewrecker still alive. And of course Rainbow Splice, still alive, looking good. Princess Peach right here, still no green on them. And this is the Millipore, Rainbow Millipore, starting to come back a little bit. Orange Setosa, half dead, half alive, so check back, see what happens with that one. Green Millipore still alive. Elmos Revenge still alive. You got that Jason Fox Flame, still alive. Yep. And behind it, kind of hard to see it, but that one is the Nuclear Green Millie right there. And the green one here is the Rainbow Loom, and the back is the Straight Rainbow. And this one right here is the Radical Stag, Radical Red Stag. And then we got the Fireworks right here with the Zoa on there. Not a fan of the Zoa, so I think I'm gonna get rid of the Zoa. Just don't want to deal with any of those toxins, and just not a fan of their overall looks. You know, I prefer mushrooms, just any other type of coral. So, I've had them in the past. You know, they grow rampant, but you know, I'm not a huge fan of the whole. That's just me though. And that's the Green Body Slimer, still alive. And the one next to it is the Christmas Mirabilis. That one's looking so light, so it's probably on its way out. But it's been like that for months and months, so hey, it's still there. And that's it. We got the clam still hanging out up here on the frag rack. Dragon Soul eating like crazy. And this Difaster right here. I've never seen this Difaster open up to feed them, so certainly looking forward to that. I don't know. Check them at night. Nothing. I even put a little bit of food on them. Still nothing. So hopefully it'll open up eventually or into the aquarium. Bird's nest. Gotta check out the bird's nest really quick because it had quite a few spots on it that were dying back, but it had, like, remember, 3 or 4 branches on it. You can still see them right there, half of them, and they were burned back from the latest slime event. So that it's now recovering though, and he has recovered probably at least half of his branches. So good news there. And Raza Rampage Chalice over here. And the Salmon Corals looking good. Yep. Alright guys, I guess that's a quick update on that one. And check back to the next update to see what's going on, whether these brown slime over there in the main display just absolutely takes over everything, kills everything, or whether it turns around. So alright guys, check you on the next one. Happy reefing. Bye.